Hello Capricorn, my name is Keith Haswell and I'm a professional astrologer with 145 YouTube videos now and thousands of students worldwide. It's my pleasure to welcome you, Capricorn, to this particular video on your moon phases for January 2015. Now, anything that I do for you here, Capricorn, is designed to help you to understand yourself more and to understand the way that astrology works in your life and how it works to help to manifest your thoughts and feelings as events and conditions in your life. You're the one who is doing all the creating. You're the one who's doing all the manifesting. The planets simply bring into manifestation that which you are creating. You're a very creative person, Capricorn. You're ambitious, keen to get ahead in life and succeed. You can take on responsibilities early in life. But there's two sides to your nature, as there is in all of us. All of us have these polar opposites. And these polar opposites are, one is in Capricorn, very ambitious, keen to get ahead in life and succeed. You can take on responsibilities early in life, and you're very down to earth. But there's another side to yourself, which is the polar opposite, that wants to drag you down into depression and frustration and entitlement and feeling as if you don't deserve and wallowing in self-pity and fear and things like that. So all of us have these different polarities there within ourselves, and this is what the idea of astrology is to help you to understand the energies and forces that you're dealing with in life, Capricorn, and how you can become more of who you really are. Now, the moon, Capricorn, is what's known as a fecundating agent. In other words, it's a precipitator of life. And the moon phases in the month determine the time of the breaking out of a seed and the shooting of the shoot out of the ground and so forth, depending on which phase of the moon. So what we're going to look at here is we're going to look at the moon phases for you in January 2015. The most important one is a new moon, and that is when the moon is in conjunction with the sun. Now, the moon moves very fast, Capricorn, and it goes through a house of your horoscope or a sign in the zodiac in 2.5 days. So in 28 or 30 days, it goes through all of the 12 signs of the zodiac and therefore all of the 12 houses of your horoscope. But it's its relationship to the sun that gives the moon phases that are very important as far as your life is concerned, because the new moon signifies the ability to commence and start new projects and ideas over the following couple of weeks. Now, it falls in a different house in your horoscope than it does for Aries or Taurus or Gemini or Cancer. So therefore it's delivering a separate message for you that's individual to you as a Capricorn. You're either watching this video because you're a Capricorn ascendant, or you're watching this video because you've got the sun in Capricorn. Either way, you've been brought here to this video not by chance. You've been brought here to this video because your higher self reckons that you're ready to make changes inside of yourself that you weren't perhaps ready to make even a month ago. So sit back and relax and we'll enjoy the journey together here, Capricorn, and look at some of these phases of the moon in your life in January 2015. Now, the first phase is the 4th of January, and that's a full moon phase. It's not a commencing or starting phase, it's a consolidating phase. And it's a consolidating phase that delivers a message to you, Capricorn, in your 7th house. It falls in 14 degrees Cancer, which is your 7th house. Now, the 7th house is the house of partnerships and relationships, marriage and so forth. And so therefore it's a message to you about consolidating and stabilizing things that you've done in the previous couple of weeks in regard to relationships. So it's not a good time for you from the 4th of January onwards for a couple of weeks. It's not a good time for you to make changes in regard to relationships, to form new relationships, and think carefully before you make any decisions jointly with any spouse or partner in your life from the 4th of January onwards for 2 weeks. Now the next important phase is the new moon phase, and that's much more important because that's a time to be able to commence and start new projects and ideas over the following couple of weeks. And as I say, it falls into a different house in your horoscope, Capricorn, than what it does in the other signs. On the 20th of January, Capricorn, the moon is in conjunction with the sun at 0 degrees in Aquarius. Now that falls in your second house. Now that means that the universe is developing a message and delivering a message to you, Capricorn, to do with the second house. The second house is the house of finances. It's a matter of money. It's a matter of security. It's a matter of purchases. It's a matter of investments and things like that. So all matters relating to finances over the following couple of weeks from the 20th of January, it's a very good time for you to make decisions, to make choices, to make investments, to improve your finances, and to do things that are connected with your sense of security in life, Capricorn. In that 2-week period from the 20th of January, you've got a wonderful opportunity there to be able to make investments, to make changes with regard to decisions and choices about financial investments and money and purchases and things like that. And other things too, to do with your sense of emotional security and mental security, to be able to feel safe. So there's a good time for you from the 20th of January for 2 weeks. You've got an opening door there, and the universe is saying to you, go for it, make decisions, make choices, make commencements, make starts to do with your finances. Now I also want to look at the movement of Jupiter, because that's very important. It does make a change in January, and that will impact upon you, Capricorn, so I want to tell you about that. Now Jupiter in the month of January is around 23 degrees Leo. Now because of the 23 degrees Leo, Capricorn, it means that it's been sitting there in a particular house of your horoscope for the last 9 months. And it's been sitting in your 8th house. The 8th house is the house of change, inner change and transformation through introspection and reflection, and also to do with joint finances. So there's a message there from Jupiter that's been improving your joint finances and bringing about positive growth and changes within yourself over the last 9 months through introspection and reflection. So you've had a desire to expand your understanding about life after death and the mysteries of life. And you've had a desire within yourself to make changes regarding aspects of your nature that you feel as if you've outgrown. And so you've had benefits in joint finances that you share with any partner or spouse in your life. But Jupiter is retrograde in January. And so that means that there's a different message there again that's being brought to you now in January, Capricorn. And because it's retrograde and it's impacting upon your 8th house, it means that it's a time to be very cautious about your judgment, to do with joint finances and also to do with changes that you're making within yourself. If you think that you're making changes within yourself, you may not be making the changes that you deem to be necessary. You may be slipping back into the past and habit patterns of behaviour, especially to do with your sexual nature. And Jupiter in the 8th house in retrograde is going to make a likelihood of bad decisions and choices to do with joint finances and finances that you share with any partner, okay? Now when Jupiter is retrograde, Capricorn, it also impacts upon 2 other houses of your horoscope. and they are the houses that Capricorn rules. And Capricorn rules the 3rd house of your horoscope and the 12th house of your horoscope. So that means that decisions and choices that you will be likely to make in regard to contracts, agreements, motor vehicles, matters relating to dealings with relatives and neighbours and things like that, you can experience bad judgment with regard to entry into contracts or agreements, decisions and choices to do with motor vehicles, and decisions and choices about communications that you'll make to those close to you, like relatives and neighbours. So just watch your judgment during that time, especially regarding to signing anything. And it impacts negatively upon the 12th house of your horoscope, whereby you might get into some sort of secret activities that are not in your own best interests, that can bring you down and bring disrepute upon you, and so on and so forth. Also, you might have bad judgment with regard to secret activities within yourself, secret worries and insecurities and things like that. So just watch your habit patterns of emotions and feelings during that particular time, Capricorn. Now, I also want to look at Saturn for you, because Saturn is sitting in your 11th house at the moment and has been there for the last 2.5 years. Now, that means that with Saturn there for the last 2.5 years in your 11th house, you've had a lot of difficulties with friends. You've had a lot of difficulties with friends, problems and breakups of friendships. You've had difficulties in regard to friends who've let you down. You've perhaps had illness involving a friend, or the death of a friend sometime in that period, or it could have impacted upon someone else's child, like a grandchild or a niece or a nephew or something like that. Someone else's child could have been impacted with regard to bad health over the last couple of years. So there has been problems for you, there has been frustrations for you in regard to aspirations and dreams and goals and things like that with Saturn there in the 11th house. But that's about to end now, because Saturn is moving into a different sign, and I'll give you more details on that when I do the moon phases for you, Capricorn, for February, okay? Now, by now, my website address has probably popped up on the screen, and it's important for you to understand, Capricorn, that you have not been brought to this video by chance. Your higher self has brought you to this particular video because it wants to deliver a message to you. It reckons that you are ready for changes now inside of yourself that you perhaps weren't ready to make even a month ago. Okay, so you've been brought to my video in order for your higher self to deliver a message to you about changes that it deems to be necessary and timely within yourself now. And so visit my website, and there's some free CDs there that are able to be downloaded by you. 12 free CDs, as a matter of fact. So what you can do is you can download CD number 1 free of charge and listen to that, and if you think that that's a good message that your higher self wants to deliver to you, then download number 2 and listen to that. If it doesn't mean anything to you, then put it off for 6 months or something like that. But there's an opportunity there for you to download a free CD. Now also, what I do, that CD is incidentally, those 12 CDs are my intensive number 1 out of my first book, What Really Matters on Astrology, Meditation and Reincarnation. All designed to help you to understand yourself more and to become more of who you really are, okay? Now also, many times I do offer what's called a free horoscope number 1. Now, I've been inundated with orders for these whenever I do them, and sometimes to the tune of 40 orders in one day, and it involves me doing a chart on you. So I need your birth details, you see, and I do your chart for you free of charge. But not only that, I tell you some important things from your individual chart, not just a general thing to do with your Capricorn sun sign or your Capricorn rising sign, but to do with the location of the moon in your horoscope, which rules your emotions, the location of Mercury, which rules your mind, the location of Venus and Mars. Venus rules your love nature, Mars rules your energy levels. So these planets are in various locations in terms of sign and house in your individual horoscope, and I give you a 7-page report in that free horoscope number 1 that is designed to inform you about who you really are and what sort of energies that you're dealing with in this particular lifetime. So once again, it's something that I can't guarantee is always going to be there, because it depends on how busy I am. But go to my website, see if it's there. If so, you've got the option of being able to order that from me. And there's other stuff there in the website too that will inform you about ways and means of improving yourself and understanding more about where you're going in life. So do subscribe to my videos, because I'll be putting out probably 150 odd videos in 2015, and they're designed to help you become more of who you really are in terms of spiritual growth and personality growth and so forth, and teaching about astrology, meditation, reincarnation and stuff like that. So it's nice to have the opportunity to talk with you. Visit the website. By now the website address has no doubt popped up, so write that down and go to the website and see what's there for you, and let's have some fun together, eh? So I thank you for your attentiveness here, Capricorn, and look forward to working further with you should you decide to take it further. Thank you.